Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, what is good? What is good? What is good? Of course, you know who I be. Good Doc, Dr. Mike TV. Back again, once again. You already know what it is, baby. We doing instant classics in the making, no doubt. First time to the channel, guys. Subscribe, notify. Do all the good things to make yourself well versed in the good Doc's content. All of my good ish listed in the link in the description there below. Filipinas, I actually really want to have a conversation with you today. I have no idea what I'm going to title this video, but I want to have a heart to heart. Okay? Gentlemen, my foreign men, gather around the campfire too. Gentlemen, you can enjoy in this one as well. Gather around the campfire, and let's lock in real quick for a second, okay? I want to tell you a story, and I think that story will better transition myself into my talking points of today. All right, this is the story of Marcus. A story from Marcus, I should say. Alright, so back on earlier in my time in the Philippines, I met a young lady. Sorry, Marcus met a young lady. Now, this thing went on for about a month. And, you know, we met up just about every day. You know, we ate out. You know, we did all the good stuff. Went to movies and stuff like that. I mean, it was kind of like I wouldn't call it a courting period because, you know, we were definitely active. But I would say, you know, it was just more or less it was a good time. You know, we enjoyed each other's company. At least I felt like we did. And everything kind of went according to how you would want it to go. Okay? So eventually something happened. I think I got upset about something. And we stopped talking. And I kept receiving text message after text message after text message after text message. Where you at? I miss you. I miss you. This, that, and the other. You know, where you at? Can we meet up? I miss you. I'm sorry. Blah, blah, blah. Whoop-de-doo. And it dawned on me after I said, okay, we're going to meet up. Where you want to meet up at? Or where can we link up at? And she mentioned this one place. And it was a food place. You know, it was a place to go get something to eat. And only in that moment did I have a revelation that this young lady was not in it for me. She didn't actually miss me. She didn't actually care anything about me, probably. But she was infatuated with the lifestyle. The lifestyle of going out to eat. The lifestyle of going to the movies. And again, I know this shit sounds so mundane. Like, why would a young lady be fascinated with just going out to eat? Won't eat anything fancy, Jollibee, KFC, McDonald's and shit like that. Because in, you know, my earlier years, I ate at a lot of the American restaurants or a lot of foodie places like that. I didn't really get into the Carinderias and things like that until later on. So, you know, for me, that was kind of what I used to eat. And again, nothing expensive. 50 peso meals here, maybe 100 pesos there, whatever. It wasn't anything dramatic. Movies, you know, we might spend like 10 bucks together for the both of us, whatever, and be good. So it's not as if I was spending a boatload of money. But I kind of felt like baby girl was just attracted to the lifestyle of. Before she met me, she wasn't doing shit like this. Okay? She wasn't going out to eat. You know, she wasn't going to the movies on a weekly basis, checking out all the latest shit. You know, she wasn't doing that. So baby girl was literally fascinated with the lifestyle of being with a foreigner or being with somebody who had quote unquote means. Okay? And, you know, when we used to link up and when we used to hang out and do what we did, you know, I would always send her home at least with more money than she needed. All right? For example, if I knew that a taxi cab would cost X amount from whatever location we were at for her to get home, I would give her the fare for the taxi. Knowing damn well she was not going to take no taxi. She was going to ride a Jeep. Okay? That's just the way that it was. I knew she was going to ride a Jeep, but I would rather you have taxi money just in case you want to take a taxi, right? Just, some people may say, Doc, you simping, bro. You doing too much, bro. You doing too much, man. You tripping, man. You feeding and you sending her home with money, man. What's wrong with you? Relax. I'll get to the point. But, like I said, man, I felt like baby girl was just attracted to the lifestyle because, you know, it was always, oh, what are we going to do today? And you start to recall these things when you start having these revelatory moments. Where are we going to go today? What are we going to do today? Where are we going to eat today? What are we going to go to the movies today? Are we going to do this? And you start to read back on old text messages, and you start to realize she was more or less addicted to the lifestyle more than she was attracted to me. And, it'll be disappointing to feel that way. But I want to transcend this into, baby girl, it's a long way down when the person that you're dealing with either catches on or is no longer willing to be your support system. Okay? Filipinas, that's my point. It is a long way down. It is hard out here in these Philippine streets, love. When the foreigner who is there to fund that lifestyle is no longer around to fund that lifestyle. It's going to be hard for you. I'm not going to lie to you. And I'm not going to say that every foreigner you enter a relationship with is just in it for XYZ and is going to delete you later on. It's not really like that. But I do feel that if it is like that, or you kind of have a sixth sense that it's like that, baby girl, your job there is to secure the bag. Okay? If you know that it's going to be that way, your job is to essentially secure the bag. That means get what you can get when you can get it. Okay? I'll never be mad at you. Because again, that foreigner, if it's really that type of lifestyle, if it's really like that, all it takes is for you to ask for what you need. And if he's looking to get his... if he's looking to go deep sea diving, we'll use some words there. You know what I'm saying? He's probably willing to put up whatever it takes to get, to point A and point B. All right? So in that situation, if you ever get that vibe, baby, you got to secure the bag. Because I promise you this. It's a long way down when that lifestyle is no longer a part of your life. Okay? And, I've seen things. Like with YouTube, man, I've been on this bitch forever, man. I've seen things. And, you start to get a notion that things aren't right. I've seen people make up. I've seen people break up. I've seen people have YouTube channels. And their significant other, whoever they're dating in the moment, spawns their own YouTube channel, kind of feeling that they can replicate the exact same results. So let's say, for example, foreigner A, Filipina B are no longer dating or no longer together, and they no longer have access to foreigner A's audience, and he's not promoting the channel anymore because they're no longer in a relationship. Now all of a sudden, Filipina B is in this bitch by herself. Now, you would probably think, okay, well, foreigner A has given me somewhat of a platform, and I could utilize this to create my own source of income. Like I say, man, it's hard out here in these Philippine streets, love. Unless you are bringing something to the table that this guy can't see and or find in another young lady on the tube, boo, it's going to be difficult to sustain a lifestyle that this foreigner introduced you to, hypothetically. If the views and the YouTube money and, the super chats and all of that shit don't come through like you thought that they would. All right. And in the beginning, like I tell everybody, it's beautiful, probably, especially for a young Filipina who's a fresh face on the tube, man. It becomes second nature, man, for a guy to be attracted to the new thing, man. You the new boo-boo. Granted, at the time of your introduction, you were with foreigner A, or you were dealing with another foreigner, and then y'all are no longer together. You would think that your stock would rise at the fact that you are single. But unless you're really offering something different and bringing something else to the table, love, I'm going to tell you, it's going to be hard to sustain that particular lifestyle. And again, it might be a simple life. I don't know, a place with an aircon. It could be simple shit. But the fact that you are no longer dealing with the person that likely took care of your daily needs, made sure you stay fed, made sure, all of the above, as long as you guys were together, I would hope that he would do that. I would hope that that wouldn't fall on you in any capacity. If it did, I would be surprised that you would be with somebody that long. But the fact that, foreigner A probably took care of damn near everything while you were together, provided you a place to stay. You guys probably stayed together, made sure you stay fed, or at least made sure there was food in the house to be cooked. And all of the above, you can get used to that. Most Filipinos get used to that. But I tell you, when that's no longer available and you kind of feel like it's a long way down from where you came from, I mean, a trip back to the province and all of the above, and you get used to that lifestyle. Because trust me, I don't give a fuck how hard you think you are. I don't care what you think you is. Once you get used to that lifestyle, ladies and gentlemen, it's hard to go back. I'm going to put that in your mental right now. Once you get used to a certain type of lifestyle, again, I'm just winging it and being general, but I mean, it could be a little bit more than, a little bit less than. But once you get used to the lifestyle, boo, I'm telling you, it's going to be hard for you to fall back. So now that you think that you have a platform for you to be able to utilize and all of that stuff, and you think that you're going to be able to replicate the same results because, you know, you have a springboard off of a platform where, you know, so-and-so was on it and, you know, you got on this way and this, that, and the other, and you start to realize that, you know what I'm saying, that lifestyle is not conducive to your way of living, and it's damn sure not conducive to, you know, the money that you're bringing in. It becomes a little different. Now, I will say this, though. I will say this. And a lot of people don't look at this from the YouTube dynamic, but being a content creator, I see this shit, okay? I see this shit a lot. And I think it was a YouTuber who's popping in the Philippines right now, a white dude, that really brung this to my attention, and I never thought about it. But I want this to stimulate your intellect real quick in reference to the monetary background of a content creator. You want the majority of your views to come from, you know, the United States and places where, you know, in let's see, Europe and places like that. That's where you want your core audience at. If you do get a core audience in the Philippines, that's good. But the monetary YouTube algorithm ads that they run in the Philippines aren't going to pay you as much as the ads that are ran in the United States and places like Europe. You're going to get paid pesos because you're getting advertisements ran in the Philippines that are Philippine based, and, you know, they're paying the Philippine price to advertise. They're not paying the US price. They're not paying the European price or whatever, you know, so your finances hypothetically can be altered as a result of where your videos are being shown at or where your videos are being viewed at. Okay, so imagine if you are a Filipino vlogger and a lot of your following is in the Philippines, you know, and you're getting these Philippine views. It doesn't necessarily translate into the money that foreigner A may get, where he's getting people from Germany and, you know, I'm just naming places in the United States and Canada and places like that where the money is a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? So if he's getting money and views from this particular place and you're getting money strictly from the Philippines, or the majority of it's coming from the Philippines, you got to understand that your rate of payout is not going to be the same regardless. All right. So that's just a little nugget that I wanted to throw in there. So again, it still may be difficult for you to be able to, you know, conducively live a lifestyle that you kind of felt you would be able to sustain as a result of, you know, trying to create a channel and doing things like that, springboarding and piggybacking off of the hype of another person that has a channel and vice versa. And then when you realize it ain't as easy as you think it is, when you realize that, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to be able to really support yourself like you thought that you could, you know, all of a sudden, you know, that shit sets in and you start to realize, man, I said, it's hard out here in these Philippine streets, love. I tell you the truth. It's very difficult out here. Taking it from a YouTuber who don't make no money, first and foremost. But from the vlogger perspective, ladies, I'm just saying that, you know, while you was with old boy or while you was with who you was with, kind of felt like you needed to do what you could to secure the bag for yourself. I would hope that, you know, he would throw a couple thousand, a little extra your way. I mean, I guess I'm cut a little bit differently, so that's probably how we may differ in that regard. But I would hope that somebody would look out for you in any capacity, you know. And if he did, I tell you should have put a little bit to the side for yourself. You know, I understand the spin mentality of most Filipinos. Trust me. Trust me, I know. Love my young lady to death, but we've had to have those conversations too, and it just comes with the territory, guys. I understand, but you know, I kind of feel like if you're in a position to try to do well, you should do the best that you can for yourself. You know, and you know, you either live it up in the moment if that's how you feel, or in that moment you got to do what you got to do to secure the bag. I can almost guarantee that if one foreigner won't pay, maybe somebody else will. I mean, if we're being truthful, if we're being honest with each other, and this is not just specifically to vloggers or anything like that, this is more or less just a general statement that I'm making that all Filipinos should be able to recognize and utilize. And we do have some beautiful young ladies out there who ain't looking for foreigners. We got some beautiful Filipinas out there who have, created good lives for themselves. Well, I wouldn't say good lives, but they've created their best life, the best that they could, being OFWs, working for themselves, working their hard earned, working their hands to the bone and making their own money. And I salute you, boo. I salute the ones that I know, the ones that show up to my show, Larnie. And of course, sincerely, you know who they are. I want to shout them out specifically because I know what they've done for themselves, not necessarily being reliant on anybody, as far as I know. All right. So, you do have to give credit where credit is due. And for those that are out there making their own money and, they're just looking for a partner, somebody to pair with and be good with, that's dope. But for the young ladies who are out there looking at the foreigner man like a way out, or the ones that are looking like the foreigner man like, yo, this is my ticket, he may be looking at you like, shit, she good for the evening. And I'm just being real because I kind of feel like you have to be able to understand both perspectives. Now, you do got some Filipinas that are straight shooters, man. The ones that'll tell you exactly like it is and tell you exactly what they want. And it's either yay or nay. And they moving on. And they have every right to do so because they probably got a million dudes hitting them up in the DMs. But for those that don't have that abundance of attraction or attention, even with, a YouTube channel, like I said, man, you got to milk it while you got it because you might have that attraction and attention being the newbie. But once you've been on the stage for a year or so, if you ain't done nothing to keep these guys interested, I tell you right now, they on to the next one. They on to the next young thing for sure. You know what I'm saying? You'll start to see your video views dwindle and nobody want to fuck with you like they used to. Or you'll go live and, you'll answer questions and you'll realize that the people aren't super chat like they once did or whatever it may be. And you'll start to realize, oh, shit. When the money starts to dry up, it becomes a little harder out there, And I want you to keep that in your mind. But back to the young ladies, like I said, the ones, I want you to understand, man, you got to do what you got to do for you, boo. Okay, I'll never shit on you for doing it. I'll never say anything against it because I feel like you have every right to do what you got to do. Again, there are going to be foreigners like myself who are going to say, not happening, and there are going to be some guys out there that'll be like, well, okay, we'll make it work. But in hindsight, what I want you to take from this video, in conclusion, is that, a foreigner could provide you a better life. You get with the right one, he'll definitely do what he can to take care of you. And he'll definitely introduce you to things that maybe you're not used to. Maybe he'll take you places you've never been before. You'll go on the vacation spots. You'll be able to go to the resorts. Or you'll be able to go check out this place or go to that place. Or find yourself in circles and places where you haven't been before. But what I want you to understand is I want you to be realistic in your aspect of it all. I never want you to think that you're going to get into a relationship and it's going to fail. Like it's just not going to work out. Because again, you can find somebody that's really in it to win it. But I also want you to be in a situation with the mindset and the intellect to understand, boo, that you got to look out for self too. Right? You got to look out for self. You got to do what's right for you. And you should definitely do so. I'll tell you right now, man. So when the family start reaching in them pockets, that's when it gets worse. That's when it's worse. It's one thing when all you have to do is worry about you. But when, mommy and daddy, cousins, uncles, everybody, sisters, siblings, ates, cuyas, and everybody up in there trying to, because they know what you got and everybody trying to be up in your pockets and shit, it's kind of like a little difficult. And for damn sure, whatever little money you make on the tube and they see, oh, well, you got 1.9K views today, or you got 2,000 views, you got 10,000 views, you got 30,000 views, you got 50,000 views. Oh my God, you got 64,000 views on that video. You got a lot of money, When they start hitting you with that shit, now all of a sudden reality sets in. It's like, oh, okay. Now can I replicate that? I got to do it again in order to make that money back, right? So now you got to put out the video content that people find to be interesting. But sometimes they just ain't interested. And that's where shit falls flat. So you just got to think outside the box for a second. Think outside of your box for a second. I hope you catch that joke. Because I want you to be successful, love. I never want you to be reliant on somebody. I want you to definitely, put forth your best foot to become a partner in anything that you can. Because I feel like that's the only way you're going to be able to make it in this game. That's the only way you're going to be able to make it. Period. Really, that's literally the only way you're going to be able to make it. Alright? Because this market is very, very saturated. There's an abundance of Filipinas in these streets, love. So you definitely got to find a way to set yourself apart. Okay? And I hope that this message finds you well. I know I talked a lot. I know I rambled, but I really wanted to have this heart to heart with you because I know what it's like, and I experienced this early on in my life, man. And I realized that a girl was basically using me for a lifestyle come up, and I was hurt. I felt abused. Oh my God, they took advantage of Marcus. How dare they? From that point on, especially if it happens with me and other foreigners and things like that, you start to realize, love, ain't nobody gonna let you do that shit again. You know? And once that lifestyle is like, yo, man, I'm up here and I get to see things and go places I've never been before, but then you no longer with the foreigner, man, and you can't go those places anymore. Now what? You find yourself stuck at home in the province or some shit with nothing to show for it. So I definitely want you to think about you. Keep yourself in mind. But definitely try to find ways to make your own way. Okay? That's the best way for me to put it. You gotta find a way to make your own way. As best you can. I only want success for you, love. I truly do. I only want success for you all. I talk a lot of shit, because that comes with the territory. It's the good doc. Come on now. That's who I am. Fuck. I'm angry. I'm always mad. Especially about bloggers. You know that. I'm always angry. Y'all bitches make more money than me. And I'm sad by it. But outside of the tube and all of that stuff, ladies, you gotta understand, man, the lifestyle can be addictive. Never stay with somebody that is abusive or anything like that, because that's just not worth the lifestyle you live, trust me. But definitely look out for self too. Shit, I'm a foreigner. I know I'm a look out for me. And probably every other person that watches this video who fucks with Doc like that, who made it to the end like this, oh yeah, they gonna look out for self too. You wanna know why they gonna look out for self? Because who else they gonna look out for? You know what I'm saying? I do believe that every Filipino definitely has to earn their position. For sure. Don't take it the wrong way. Just gonna be honest, but you definitely gotta earn your place, man. If you wanna stay and enjoy and be a part of something, I mean, you gotta show that man that you're willing to be a part of this for the long term. Man, gotta know you're gonna be around. For sure, for sure. If you don't feel it, trust me when I tell you, he'll rotate your ass out as quick as he got you. Okay? Suck it up, buttercup. I'm sorry that this video came out the way that it did. But this is me, having an honest conversation. And when I dialogue the way that I do, it doesn't always come off as squeaky clean. It damn sure doesn't always come off as a pat on the back. But it's a real talk moment. And I hope that you really caught this talk. I really do. Alright, ladies. I'm gonna let y'all go on back, get back to business. Gentlemen, go ahead. Pour a little water on that campfire, man. I hope that you guys had your s'mores. Hope that you, cooked it up with the graham crackers and the whole down the campfire, man. Sitting Indian style, listening to the doc talk is nonsense, alright? Go ahead, put the fire out, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all going about your business, man. Has been fun. It has been real. Doc is out, man. Peace.